Hi, my name is Pradip. My student ID is 37936. Currently, I am studying in PIT and it's my last semester. So, I have chosen a topic of Internet of Things security. So, I am going to describe about what is Internet of Things security. So, to know about Internet of Things security, first I am going to describe about Internet of Things. So, what is Internet of Things? First, I am going to describe about it. So Internet of Things are those devices which are connected with each other and also can communicate with each other. So Internet of Things can be defined as extension of internet connectivity into a physical device and everyday device. That means it can be our cell phone, it can be computer, it can be washing machine, it can be the car and etc. So simply I want to make you understand easily that Internet of Things are any devices with on and off switch to the internet or to each other. That's the Internet of Things. So example, as I told you, like Internet of Things are those things like we used in our everyday like daily life, such as computer, cell phones, auto car, and wearable device and everything. So those are the examples of Internet of Things and how it impact in our life. So I'm going to describe about Internet of Things impact in our daily life. So first of all, in future new rules will be like anything that can be connected will be connected. So what does it means is the things that new modern technologists and researcher or the scientists they are going to discover it are those devices which will be discovered later on in future. If they are connectable to the internet they will be connected, or if they can be connected they will be connected. That's the main purpose of Internet of Things. For example, in our daily life, for example, if you are going on a meeting and your car should have access to your calendar and it chooses the best route for you, and if there is any traffic in the road your car will just send text to your party that you will be late in the meeting. So another example is like, what if our alarm wakes you up, like wakes ourselves up and notify our coffee maker to start brewing our coffee. That's the another thing. So what IoT really does, it allows use for the virtual endless opportunity and connection to take place, many of which we can't even think of or fully understand the impact of today. So we don't wish the main objectives of this uh, report is to make the people understand about what is Internet of Things and what's its impact in our daily life. First of all, I already discussed about the Internet of Things and what are the Internet of Things. So the security issues in Internet of Things. So those are the Internet of Things. Those devices like computer, cell phones, smartphones, auto car are the examples of Internet of Things. So what are the issues that the Internet of Things or the Internet of Things that Internet of Things devices, IoT devices can cause? So with the Internet of Things, the main big issue is security that comes with the Internet of Things. So when the billions of devices are connected together, there will be a lot of information and a lot of data. So if someone will get access to your, like if someone hack your information, then they will get access to your entire network, and there will be the issue of piracy, privacy and data sharing. So many companies will have to face massive amount of data that all of those IoT devices that are going to produce. And companies needs to figure out the way to store, track and analyze and make sense of the vast amount of data that will be generated. So all those data, massive amount of data, will cause the impact on the companies, and they will have to face those problems. So the best practices for the Internet of Things security will be, first of all, evaluation of risks. When the developers are developing some Internet of Things devices, they should be aware about the potential vulnerability, and the process, this evaluation process for the developers should also cover the privacy, safety, fraud, cyber attacks and IP theft, because the cybercrime, like attackers are just like, they will create the new threats each and every time. So they should be, developers should be aware about the risks or the vulnerability that will cause after the making the low quality device or low piracy and safety device. So they should be aware about the risks and they should evaluate the risks. And another is the security by design. Actually, security by design is the key that the device security is duly considered at the developing stage. That means, like, when the device is developed, they will be like secure previously when they are developed. So it includes the end-to-end point and countermeasures, including the tamper-proof hardware and software. Another one is securing the data. So securing the data is another best practice for Internet of Things security. So we can put the strong authentication, we can encrypt our data and securely manage encryption key so that the hacker cannot find our key and hack our encrypted data. So to secure the information stored on the device, we have to securely manage the encrypt key. And another is the lifecycle management. So IoT devices are protected for the lifetime of the device. So when it is like installed in any anything such as like vehicle, this will be lifetime. That's best practices for the Internet of Things security. And another is, I gave an example of the company which provides the core offer for securing the Internet of IoT device. So the Gemalto, I gave an example of Gemalto, which is an international digital security company. So it provides the big data encryption, server protection, cloud application security, software activation and licensing, and secure device access, and so on. Those are the offers given by the Zomalto company, by which we can make our IoT device secured. So what is the benefit of the IoT security? What will be the benefit that we can get after securing our IoT device? So what it does is it lowers the operation cost for the business. So less the problem, less the support call. That's how the company will uh, business company will lower their operating cost. So they will have the less support call. If they don't have any, if the customer don't have any device issues or like device data breach or something like that, they will not ring the support call. That's the way of lowering the operating cost for the business companies. Another one is the less legal action and associated cost for the data breach. Like previous example, like if we have the higher security, then there is less chances of the data breakdown or the data leakage, and it's really hard for the hackers to hack the data. That's why there will be less legal action, and it will save the cost for the data breach and the legal action for the company as well. So more opportunity to the partners. So when the IoT devices are more secure, so it opens up and market and provides opportunity for the partners. For example, Google has been working on a software that helps automaker builds self-drive car. uh, that's how it creates the opportunity for the partner and business continuity. If they have the proper security of the uh, internet of things, like internet of things device data, then the customer and the company will have the good communication with each other, and they will have the good connection. That's how the business will continue. So what we know about the internet of things and internet of things security is like, we know about what is internet of IoT, what is IoT device. So what are the security issues of the IoT device and how it is growing in the modern age, and what is the influence of the IoT in our life, and the issues with the companies, and mitigation are the best practices for the IoT security. So in just to summarize, like, IoT device is the device which are connected with each other and can communicate with each other, and the influence in our life is like cell phones, auto cars, and everything that are influencing in our life, like alarm and computer. From the computer, like one person, doctors can know the report of the patient from the different part of the world. That's the part of the IoT device. And security issues is like, they are day by day there are increasing number of the IoT devices. So as much as there are a lot of IoT devices, they will produce huge amount of data. So the data might be collide with each other, and it may be easy for the hackers to hack the personal information of the other person and go to and have the access to their network, which will cause the issues on the privacy and the data sharing. And the companies will have to face the massive amount of data, and they should have to manage all those data, to store them, to analyze them, and to make them generate having the sense of those data. Without they should not store it with they should not generate with non-sensible data, so they have to make it sensible as well. And the mitigation or the best practices for the internet of things security are like evaluation of risks, where the developers must evaluate all the vulnerability, and he should look after the privacy, then safety, safeguard everything, IP theft. So the hackers will always introduce some new threats, so they should be evaluating all those type of the risks before they build a device. And similarly, like securing the device and security by design, lifetime life cycle maintenance. And another is like benefits after securing the IoT. So the companies, they will get the benefit, and the legal cost, it will decrease. So um, the trust between the customer and the company, they will be more connected with each other. That's all we get from this presentation. So that's all for the internet of things security, and that's all. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video.